So a while back, I did a video on all the supplements I take, and I think I was like, maybe I'll do one on all the stuff I don't take, or a few things I don't take. And I just remembered that, and I was like, oh, maybe for once I'll actually do something that I maybe possibly was gonna do. That would be nice. So as far as the ones I do take, because I am pregnant right now, for those who don't know, I think I'd still take everything. Yeah, there shouldn't be any difference from the supplements I do take video because I normally take a prenatal anyway, so obviously still doing that. But all the supplements I'm talking about here, it's nothing to do specifically with pregnancy. I mean, some of these I definitely would not take pregnant, but they're things I don't take generally, even when I'm not pregnant. Number one, functional mushrooms. I did a kind of deep dive video on specifically the 4 sigmatic drinks, the mushroom teas and coffees that like every wellness YouTuber was hawking a couple years ago, 3 years ago. I look at the specific functional mushrooms they use, lion's mane and a few others, and some of the claims they make, so check that out if you want more info. But basically, the evidence for specific special mushrooms, increasing your energy, helping you sleep, boosting your immune system, fighting cancer, minimal to non-existent. The studies that have been done are often small, lacking controls, they're in vitro or they're animal, so they're not in actual human beings, and using way higher amounts than what you would typically see in functional mushroom products, something like 4 sigmatic. And this stuff generally is not cheap, so to me, to pay for something that maybe, but probably not, probably doesn't do what it says. Plus it's mushrooms, which I hate. Like, no thank you. Collagen has gotten really popular over the last few years. Unfortunately, given that all of the collagen currently on the market is not vegan. In fact, virtually all of the vegan collagen products you can find do not actually contain collagen. They contain certain nutrients that maybe perhaps boost collagen production. That's why they're normally called like collagen booster or builder or protector, stuff like that. The only brand I've seen something you can actually buy that's using vegan collagen is Pacifica. They have a skincare line, so it's nothing that you can ingest orally, but it's a skincare line that uses genetically engineered collagen. That's pretty cool. There's also Geltor, which is looking to launch their vegan collagen very, very soon this year. Apparently, I still think it's 2021. Yeah, this is from a year ago, so who knows? So we will probably see some vegan collagen brands, collagen that you can actually put in a smoothie or whatever within, I don't know, maybe the next year or so. Now, there actually is some evidence that collagen that has been ingested can improve your skin, can improve like elasticity and even wrinkles. The studies are small and often not terrific quality, but it does seem like consuming collagen might help a little. But obviously, given the title of the video, I don't use any. I'm vegan and no vegan collagen exists right now for consumption, so yeah, makes sense. But even if it did, even once there is some vegan collagen product using Geltor, the evidence is still pretty weak and just not enough for me to shell out money for some collagen product. Now, to be fair, my skin's still pretty nice, so it's easier for me to be like, yeah, whatever. I'm not really worried about skin elasticity yet. I'm sure that will change within the coming years, so who knows, 5 years down the line, I may be very tempted by some vegan collagen supplement. We'll see. Speaking of skin, I don't take any supplements specifically for better skin, better hair, better nails, beauty supplements, whatever you want to call them. I have a whole video on that stupid Halo Beauty product. Again, there's just very little evidence for most of this stuff. And it's not just Halo Beauty. In this analysis of 176 beauty supplements, more than half of them used biotin and zinc, even though a review concluded that current evidence is insufficient to recommend the use of either of those supplements in dermatology. Now, biotin looks like it can be effective for hair loss, but only for those who actually have a deficiency of biotin, which is rare. Plus, these supplements often contain really high doses, and taking that long term can interfere with certain lab tests. And many multis already contain fair amounts of zinc. So if you're taking a multi plus one of these beauty supplements, you could be getting too much zinc. CBD. CBD is everywhere now. It's in skincare, it's in food, it's in pet products. Now it looks to be pretty safe, at least in adults. Like, please don't give this to your kids or your pets. The fuck? But like functional mushrooms, health claims are often supported by little or no evidence at all, and the amount of CBD in a product is often significantly less than what's actually used in studies, if it even contains that amount at all. If I really want to ease my anxiety, I'll smoke some weed. I'm in Portland. It's legal. Leave me alone. No, not CBD. Charcoal. Like CBD, activated charcoal is everywhere. You've probably seen wellness influencers promoting it, putting it in smoothies as a way to rid the body of toxins, which is true. Activated charcoal is used in certain situations, certain poisoning situations, to remove a poison if it's used early enough, soon after ingestion of the poison. But it's only certain compounds, certain things that this works for. It doesn't just remove any toxin from your body. It also may help with kidney function in those with chronic kidney disease, and evidence is mixed on whether or not it helps with gas and bloating. But if you're putting it in your smoothies to like cleanse, please stop. Speaking of cleanse, I don't take anything detox or cleanse related. What exactly are these products supposed to be cleansing? What toxins are they supposed to be removing? They almost never say. And they also almost never say the potential damage that these products can do, the risks involved. It's just a waste of money, a potentially dangerous waste of money. Unlike detox teas and all that nonsense, vitamin K2 actually has quite a bit of evidence behind it, at least when it comes to heart health. But most researchers and doctors are still calling for more evidence before recommending it to patients. This is a really common one for vegans to focus on, and also anti-vegans as like this is why vegans can't be healthy, because many of the foods that are high in K2 are animal foods, certain animal foods like liver, egg yolk, and high-fat dairy. Again, the compelling evidence for K2 specifically deals with heart health. You know what's not good for heart health? Eating a bunch of egg and cheese, foods high in saturated fat. Plus, the best K2 food, like by far, in terms of the amount it actually contains, is natto, which is vegan. It's nasty, but it's vegan. That's not fair. I haven't actually tried it, but like, it's probably nasty. Some people get really offended when I talk about foods from other cultures, and I get that to some degree. I know some people, if you grow up in another culture and people make fun of the food you're eating or whatever, I understand it, but like, I don't know. It's just, some food is just nasty. It just is. I'm sorry. Some of the food I eat is nasty. You can say it. It's fine. I would totally put pickles on ice cream. That's nasty. So if you're really worried about K2 or lack of K2, it makes far more sense to take a supplement or eat like a tiny bit of natto. I'm not, so I don't. Finally, I want to talk about expensive vegan multivitamins. There's a bunch of them. They're often touting like their naturalness, the natural source of their ingredients, of their vitamins, and non-GMO, stuff like that. Anything to help justify the price, especially given that many of them contain way fewer vitamins than like my cheap Deva multi. Hippo7 is a good example. It has 7, shocking, vitamins. It has vitamin D, B12, calcium, iron, iodine, zinc, and a little bit of DHA and EPA. I would still want a separate DHA supplement. And the B12 is methylcobalamin, not cyanocobalamin. It's not clear how much methyl we would need per day, but generally recommendations are a lot higher than what's in this multi. And this is for 2 soft gels. They're $60 per bottle, so 30 servings, $39 per month. So I'm going to stop there. There are obviously so many ridiculous supplements out there. Lots of herbal stuff that doesn't do anything but could possibly interfere with medication. So that's great. And there are many supplements that aren't ridiculous, but they just don't pertain to me, right? Like a B vitamin complex makes sense for a lot of people, but I already get B vitamins from my multi, so why would I take that? These were just a few of the like popular things that I wanted to talk about, I guess. The last thing I want to say is that no matter what you're taking, whatever supplement, if it's a simple multi or it's vitamin K2 or some detox product, whatever, to please treat it like it's medicine, like it's a drug, because in every relevant way it is. There's a reason that when you go to a doctor, especially the first time, and they have you fill out like all the medicine you're taking, there's often a section for supplements. These things have effects on our bodies. That's why we take them. And sometimes they can interfere with other medication that you might be taking. Even certain multis, there are some that contain high amounts of certain nutrients like vitamin A that could exceed the tolerable upper limit, and maybe telling your doctor, he could go, hey, maybe don't take that. Although in my experience, they never ask specifics. It's just kind of like, oh, you take a multi? Okay, cool. They don't really care. They don't ask like what brand you're taking, what kind. So it's more up to us. It's up to us to be more proactive and to pay attention to what we're taking and to know how much is necessary and how much is too much. A good rule of thumb is to stay away from any multi that labels itself, brands itself as like high potency. Those are typically the ones that have higher amounts of certain nutrients. That's the way they're marketed. It's really stupid. And again, pay attention to what's in stuff, especially if you're taking like something for sleep with a blend of stuff or for immunity with a blend of stuff. Because again, maybe you're taking this beauty supplement that has a bunch of zinc and you're also taking a multi with a bunch of zinc and you're getting more than the tolerable upper limit. So that's it. I'm sure there's a bunch more like popular stuff now that I'm just not even aware of. I'm sure there's all sorts of crazy stuff on TikTok that I don't know about because I'm not on TikTok. Like that Shein company I just talked about. I had no idea that existed. Never heard of that in my life. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. Of course, subscribe if you want. Click the bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much to all my patrons at patreon.com/unnaturalvegan. I do upload 2 exclusive videos there a month for $5 plus patrons. And that's it. Thank you again. New video soon. I'm pretty sure every pregnancy I've had one like gnarly pimple, like real pimple, that shows up as this big spot. It's not painful or anything, but it just sits there real ominous for a couple days till the head pops up, you know, and you can actually pop it. Worst pimple I ever had was I was a teenager and it showed up out of nowhere on my side, like right on the waist, right at the crease. Like you move like that. So when I would do that, it would hurt so bad. I was like, what's happening? So I ran to my mom and she was like, oh, you've got it. There's a huge pimple. So she showed it to me with the mirror. I was like, what? It was humongous. And so she popped it for me and I didn't even get to see. Like I have this huge, my first like real pimple and I don't even get to watch her pop it. This one I'll be able to see though. So that's something. I'm going to try not to pop. I mean, there's no way. There's no way I'm not going to be able to. If I don't have any videos for a while, that might be the reason why. I really just want to like take like a scalpel, something real sharp. Like I have a scalpel. I don't have a scalpel, just to be clear, but something like real sharp and just slice it open. Oh my God. What is wrong with me? When I used to get scabs, I mean, like I'm a grown up. I don't really hurt myself so much anymore. Cut myself anyway. I bruise myself all the time, but man, I would get a scab. I would just peel it right off. Like what is that? And like chewing my lips and peeling like, what is that? What is wrong with me? Why is that satisfying? Something really nice. I have a pregnancy app. I've used this for every single pregnancy. I'm sure there are better ones out there. I don't even want to recommend it because I'm sure people are like, that's the worst one. But this is just the one I chose and it's the one I've always used because I have all my data from my previous pregnancies. I'm locked in, right? I'm locked in. But I do really like it. And I think this was like it with my first as well. Maybe not. But they like regularly have little messages that are like talking about nutrition and exercise and stuff like that. And they've had one on there that's like, hey, don't be worried about soy. Soy is a healthy food. Tofu's really healthy. I was like, all right. And they have stuff about like being vegetarian and being pregnant and how it's healthy. You just need to eat a variety of food. So I don't know. I just wanted to say, I was looking at my pregnancy app, that's why. I just remembered, like, that's really nice. I don't know if the other apps are like that too. Maybe more so now, right? It's more accepted now to be vegan, certainly vegetarian. It's just nice because I know for those of you who are vegan and pregnant, it maybe can seem like everyone's against you, especially if you're like hyper online, especially if you're like, I don't know, watching some of the anti-vegan stuff who, some of these people literally think you're like abusing your baby and stuff. So it can feel like, maybe like everyone's against you, but really like most people aren't. And certainly the relevant people who matter, like the people making these stupid pregnancy apps, and many doctors now and dietitians are actually like supportive. So it's nice.